Okay, so Post Malone's new album is country. Um, Obviously, when Post Malone announced he had a new album coming out, it was called F1 Trillion. I saw the artwork. I was like, different, bit unusual, you know. Um, then the first single rolled out, which I think was it was that one with Morgan Wallen. I think had some help or something like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, country vibes. So I was like, originally I thought I was going to be able to do a video kind of before it came out, but the way that I had everything scheduled, that would not have worked. So I have listened to the deluxe edition of Post Malone's F1 Trillion a couple of times by now. It probably will eventually get its own full review, but as of right now, this is just going to be a short video where I kind of talk about it. So, yeah, um, it's the deluxe edition is basically the same length as the regular edition, but there's a second CD, um, which has I think maybe like 5 or 6 extra tracks on it, which are just posty. So, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at some of the people that feature upon this album, um, you know, it's quite an eclectic array of people from and around the country genres. Just trying to pull it up so I can, you know, list a few of these people. So, just among some of them, we have Dolly Parton, Jelly Roll, like I said earlier, Morgan Wallen. I'm just waiting for it to load. And I think out of all of them, the one that I felt the most confused by was probably the Dolly Parton track. Don't get me wrong, I understand Dolly Parton has had a massive hand in the country scene. I understand that she is a legend of the genre. But I'm not quite sure her vocals work on a Post Malone track. I was sat there listening to it during a car ride and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is weird. This feels like some Twilight Zone type of shit. Like I never expected the day I'd see Post Malone featuring Dolly Parton on a song. But for the most part, all of the songs were really good. It almost serves more as a homage and a kind of like a tip of the cowboy hat, if you will, to the country genre. Um, it's not like, Post Malone's come in and gone, fuck this, I am just doing a song or an album and then I'm gone. Like some people. He's gone, okay, I want to do a country album. The best way for me to do a country album properly is to feature, country people on it. So over the 27 songs, the hour and a half album, we see people like Tim McGraw, Hank Williams Jr., Morgan Wallen, Blake Shelton, Dolly Parton, Brad Paisley, Luke Combs, Lainey Wilson, Jelly Roll, Ernest, Sierra Farrell, Luke Combs again, Chris Stapleton. Hardy even gets a feature on here. Billy Strings. And then when I said the second disc was like 6 songs, I'm wrong, it's 9. But yeah, and like I said, it's only the second disc that has no features on it at all. And there's 2 on the actual album that don't have any features. Which I think is the proper way to go about this. Like, if you're gonna step into a genre that isn't your own, you don't do an MGK and act like you're God's gift to the genre and act like you know everything about the genre. What you should do is you should go out and do a Post Malone. Get some legends and some people that are currently big in the genre and work together. Be like, I want to do this, I want to do it right without relying on tropes, you know. And this is the thing, even though it's country, it's not relying heavily on country tropes. Post Malone still uses the more hip hop and R&B-esque tropes of, like, you know, I've got lots of money, I've got these girls, F1 trillion limousines, and then that's nicely juxtaposed by the country artist in one of the songs going, you know, I've not got this, but I have got this, and I've got, you know, land, I've got X, Y, and Z. So it kind of is a nice little, like, touch of cliche, I guess, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word. But, like, it shows a different side to country. It's not just, oh, my girl left me, my truck bed, my fishing, my gun, you know. And I'm a country enjoyer. I like country. I don't give a fuck. I like me some fucking what's his name, Johnny Cash. I like me some, I guess Jelly Roll technically is a country artist for the most part. He's like country hip hop. Struggle Jennings, he's kind of like country hip hop. You know, I used to listen to Florida Georgia Line, not so much anymore. Used to listen to Rascal Flatts. They're still quite enjoyable for like more of a chilled country vibe. Again, there's several artists in the genre that I listen to, and I think as someone that is a casual enjoyer of the country genre, that's why this Post Malone album was more enjoyable, because it's like delving into a genre that I already kind of dip my own toes into, you know, as a listener. And I think every song on the album has, you know, re-listening value. Every song on the album feels like it has its place. All of the guest features are done very well. It's not just like an odd 20 seconds here, blink and you miss it sort of thing. It is Post Malone does a verse, they get a verse, then like a joint chorus or whatever. Like, there is actual effort to make sure that these country artists are noticeable on the tracks. Whereas when you get features on some tracks, especially in the metal community, as obviously you guys know, I tend to listen to a lot of metal. When two metal vocalists feature on a track, you a lot of the time do tend to genuinely sometimes struggle to work out where X finishes and Y starts, especially if they both have a similar vocal range or sonically sound similar. So with this being so distinguishable and stuff, it's also kind of a nice touch. But yeah, you know, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone likes country, I get that. But I think if you're a fan of Post Malone, or if you're a fan of like Jelly Roll and Struggle Jennings as well, with a more country hip hop flavour, definitely check this out if you haven't already. It is a good album. They are all very fun songs. Like I say, even the Dolly Parton one, which I'm not keen on, I do enjoy parts of it. There is still good stuff in there. I would definitely say listen to the deluxe version with the extra 9 songs, because even those extra 9 songs are still really good without the features. They're just like a little bit of like the cherry on top of the pie sort of thing, you know. Very well done album, very fun album. Loved the artwork. It's simple yet effective. It resonates. It looks country, you know. And it'll be interesting to see if Post Malone does more country stuff in the future, or if he's going to try and do something similar with another genre where he does the more respectful route of homage to the genre, not cash grab of the genre. So, yeah. Um, that is all for this video. Um, you may have also seen that I have dropped a short on here today. Something I don't normally do, but the Linkin Park singer announcement was yesterday. So I've just done a 60-second short giving my thoughts on the live stream, the new vocalist and stuff like that. So if you haven't, go have a look at that. If you don't give a shit about Linkin Park, don't worry, don't have a look at that. I'm sure there's possibly some other stuff on here that you might enjoy. Enjoy loosely. I don't think anyone enjoys this content. It's just for the shits and giggles. But with that being said, my next video should be a 6-song roundup. That'll be episode 30, I believe. So that's going to be good. And with that being said, the only thing left to say is goodbye, my friends, and remember to please stay safe out there.